Good morning. Let's try to do a video today. Dogs are being a little bit of a pain, so let's go down the road to the park. We're here. I guess if I'm going to do this video thing consistently, I need to get me some sort of a mount for the Jeep here to hold the GoPro, because trying the GoPro out versus filming on the phone, and we'll see how it works today, and maybe you guys can let me know what you think in the future. So anyway, the dogs are being a pain, and you know how the fur babies are. They got to have their attention, and I'm trying to work. So last week I talked about my cargo trailer conversion that I had done, and I've done a couple of other RV remodels. And if we look here, we have the Jeep and the cargo trailer. Again, this is just a 6x12 cargo trailer, nothing special. It just pretty much looks stock on the outside. And forgive me, I'm watching my phone on the GoPro app to try to make sure I get this right. So anyway, we'll step inside and I'll show you a few things inside here. And winter has decided to come to Oklahoma, and a little rainy today, a little cold today. So anyway, we're here inside the cargo trailer. I'll try to get you a little shot. It's a little messy. We see, here's the back, the ramp door in the back. And then if we look over my shoulder here, this is all of our electrical for everything. Lithium-ion batteries. Come around this side, we got a refrigerator. There's a cassette toilet down underneath, and I'll go over all that with you guys. So I wished I still had this in digital format, but I don't. I lost that computer, and I say I lost it, I didn't physically lose it, but anyway. Excuse me. So here is a wiring schematic that I produced, and so wiring schematic, and this is kind of a build schematic, and I will show you these up against what's behind us, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Basically, if you look, you've got two rectangles here, and these rectangles show the lithium-ion batteries through the door. This is the power inverter, which is back behind. That's to help note that. The refrigerator, a little storage compartment above the refrigerator. And we'll turn around here and I'll show you this. So if you look on the left there, that looks pretty similar to what you see right there. And I'm hoping that's coming through right. Yep, that's pretty close. And then if we look down here, there's our lithium-ion batteries. And I'm doing a little work on this right now, so it's a little messy, and I'm trying to get a few things changed around. So, and then if we look around here, here's our refrigerator, our compartment up above, and then this big hole down here. There's a cassette toilet back in there, and then back here, probably too dark, but back here is the actual power inverter. So you're asking how I produced these drawings or schematics, whatever you want to call it. Most all of you have the capability of doing this on your own at home without buying anything extra, because these are just produced using Microsoft Excel. So this drawing, and again, I'm gonna look back at my phone so I can try to get this right. If we look up close, we see the automatic transfer switch, we see a power meter, we see breakers, then we see, how did I label that? Line block, neutral block, and ground block. And if we take and we want to reference that back here, here's our automatic transfer switch, here's our power meter, circuit breaker, line, neutral, and ground. And all of this is done in Panduit. And I got to set the phone around here where I can quit turning back and forth, and I can just slip the paper up to show you. Anyway, it's all done in Panduit, and a large portion of this was ordered off of Amazon. Here we have our Victron Energy charge controller for our solar that's on the roof. This camper's not been plugged in oh Lord, months. And I'll do a look here in just a moment and see what our battery status is. Aux beam control panel. So if we look back around here, here's our controls for everything. That controls all the 12 volt stuff. Just some bus bars for our 12 volt power. This is 12 volt. I added a cigarette lighter adapter charger thing for phones and other accessories. I do a lot of drone flights, and this makes it easier to help keep drone stuff charged up. This is a Victron power shunt, and it's good for, I believe, 500 amps, and it monitors all my incoming and outgoing power. Just a master circuit breaker, 250 amps. That's more than enough to cover everything. And as we come on down, we can see we have the two lithium-ion batteries in here. These are basically the same size as an 8D battery, like you would find in a dozer or something of that nature. They are 200 amp hour Power Queen lithium-ion batteries. They do have BMSs in them to protect them from some overcurrent draw and things of that nature. This plug is wired to the inverter. Pretty much everything on this block is powered off the inverter. Everything on this block is powered off of shore power. So if we look on the outside out here, right down there below the handle is the shore power plug, and that's just a 30 amp RV shore power plug. I'm going to flip that over to the A side. That is our automatic transfer switch, and I'm going to power it up and let you see what it does when I bring it online. It's going to automatically transfer everything over to the power inverter, which the only thing that's going to power up would be the fridge. And there we've seen a little flicker in the lights. Power inverter's online and the fridge is running. Heard it start humming. We see the power draw coming off of the power inverter, and incidentally I can reset this if I want to monitor my trip. It's a little hard with my fat fingers to get in there and reset it. Anyway, I can monitor all that if I want to monitor my trip. So I'm going to turn my camera around facing me for just a moment, and I'm going to get into my phone here and bring up the Victron app so that you can see what I can look at with the Victron app. Now you'll have to pardon me because I am probably not going to do this right. You know what? I'm going to try to do a screen record on my phone. Let's get high tech here. We'll try anyway. So I'm also going to turn the camera around and try to get it going that way. So anyway, I'm going to open up here the Victron app, and we're going to look here. We can see this is the Solar Smart Controller, so that's this box, and you can see it's doing a little communications there. So currently we're very overcast. We're bringing in about 19 watts. There's 230 watt panel on the roof of this trailer. So obviously the overcast is killing us on what we're bringing in. It is producing about 30 volts, and so we're getting about a 1.4 amp current. So that's kind of a trickle charge going to those batteries. If we look at history, each bar is a day. So 4 days ago we had some pretty good charge time, and it looked like our maximum was 18 watts. So again, it was kind of low, but then again, we've not been using a lot of power out of here to need to recharge that. 3 days ago, we had 61 watts. 5 days ago, 67 watts that we're pulling in max at one time. So it's been cloudy here in Oklahoma for a while, and haven't been getting a lot of that. So anyway, that's the that's the charge controller, the solar charge controller. Now, if we look at the smart shunt, which is down here, if we look at it and we bring it up, here we see we're at a 99% state of charge. Our current voltage level on the battery is 13 volts. We're currently drawing 11.7, 11.8 amps, and for a total of 155 watts. Now, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to shut off the power inverter. And when we shut down the power inverter, we're going to see our amperage drops. Now, that amperage is just these lights. And forgive me for my installation up here. Like I said, we're working on some stuff. So now we're just pulling about 6 amps in lighting. There's some other minor draws in there as well. To go back and look at history, we can see this is not a graph as much as the other one is. We can see some of what we've done in the last few days, and then trends. This is we can change these settings for our graph for what we're trending. So now let's get off of our screen record, and I'll try to put that in, and I will try to get back in with you guys here. Let me make sure I'm back on my camera, right? Hey, there I am. All right, so I put all this together, and I'm going to have a seat here for a second. I've put all this together to try to show what we are trying to accomplish with alternative camper methods, I'll say. Again, this is a 6x12. I custom built it for me. This is a bed here. It's pushed up against the wall and strapped down, and looks like I need to tighten up some screws on it. It's been bouncing around a little bit. Where I'm sitting now, I can still run my four-wheeler in here. I can go out to the trails and camp here in the trailer, put the bed down, camp here in the trailer, leave the four-wheeler outside, ride the four-wheeler, have fun. As you can see, I've got a 6-cylinder Jeep that I'm towing this with, and I can go out and take trips with the Jeep and have fun. My wife and I have been to Texas once together with it. I've been to Texas once by myself with it. Wife and 2 daughters went camping last year, 4th of July. No, let's see, that would have been 2023, 4th of July weekend. We camped in it all week, and I didn't really show you, but if we look back here, we've got a sink, and there's a 30-gallon water tank, and that's all kind of junked up right now, but again, it's because I've been working on stuff and storing stuff while I work on it. The Toshiba air conditioner there's a portal cut in the floor with a door on it that allows me to use that portable air conditioner, and I can both heat and cool because it is a heat pump. I can both heat and cool inside the trailer here. In Texas in 23, wife and I were in direct sunlight. It's about 115 degrees outside, and we were able to keep it below 75 inside the trailer. It's all insulated. When I got it, I pulled all the plywood off the walls, insulated, and then I tried to put this back. And I've made some bad decisions on how I had done some of it, but it's still usable. It doesn't look bad, but it could be better. So we'll end this section here, and we'll fire up the computer, and we will show you how I do this on Microsoft Excel, and we'll talk a little bit about doing a floor plan, and we'll do an overview of how I've laid this out in a floor plan and electrical plan, and then maybe we'll work on doing a little design, a little plan for a possible ambulance build that you may be looking to do. And I'm looking at doing one as soon as I find the right ambulance for me, and we'll have a new toy to play with and work toward making a fun trip vehicle. Hey everyone, Future Dadio here. We're just jumping in. I intended this to be one video to include the floor plan layout design thing that I had planned, and the time is just getting long on going through the cargo trailer conversion, and so I'm going to break it up, make 2 videos of it, and we'll see you back here for part 2, and we'll do the Microsoft Excel and do the floor plan layout.